The weekend's closed beta is now over. Thank you so much for giving us your time, believing in our team, and checking out WARDOGS ahead of our early access launch. We just want to give you a quick recap of the beta, what went right, what went wrong, and what's next for WARDOGS before we hit early access on the 10th of September. The reaction from the FPS community has been insane, with nearly 500,000 unique players showing up to play in the closed beta, the same week as Call of Duty's beta and Battlefield's massive update. The FPS community showed up for WARDOGS and smashed Milestones. If you told us 6 months ago were going to happen, we'd have called you mental. #1 game on Twitch for 2 nights in a row, and saw over 100,000 concurrent players at our peak on the final day of the beta. Watching all the streams, the comments and reactions, I'm on fire, made the last 4 years of development and honestly no sleep all weekend so worth it. As we anticipated though, WARDOGS isn't a game for everyone. We saw around 4% of players refund the game because they felt it just wasn't for them, which is totally valid and the reason we ran the test in the first place. What's not fine, however, from our perspective, is not upholding the high standard we set with our closed alpha in terms of stability, as an additional 3% of players experienced crashes at launch or during gameplay. So to be clear, whilst it's great we had such high highs this weekend, and while some crashes and bugs are to be expected, this just isn't acceptable. Thankfully, due to beta testing, we now have a lot of the information, reports and data we need to fix them. The launch crashes alongside VoIP issues are now our #1 priority between now and the next time everyone can jump back in and play. It's funny to think back now the beta's over, but for anyone that knows our history, the first hour was just pure PTSD.
Joe, it's been 16 minutes, 50,000 in queue. People are watching, they're waiting, they're pissed off. The fuck's going on here?
An issue with Twitch drops and granting DLC pinging a node on our back end meant thousands of players sat in queue waiting to play. Thankfully, the biggest brains at Bulkhead resolved the issue within the longest hour of our lives, but to do it, we had to make a call to turn off Twitch drops and DLC, which sucked, but in the grand scheme was a small price to pay to get everyone in game and not having to plan our own funeral. After the initial hiccup, we saw tens of thousands of players flooding into the servers, and 3 days of absolute cinema ensued.
Oh, did you guys see that? Oh, I fucking splattered him!
Now that the WARDOGS beta weekend is over, we have a handful of devs on their way to Gamescom in Cologne, but the majority of our team is heads down working on the next big beats for WARDOGS before early access, and you 100% do not want to miss it if you enjoyed the beta. For context, last week we announced the FPS Game Show, our own gaming showcase that will drop live on Twitch after Gamescom on the 3rd of September, 6 PM UTC, in tandem with some of the most established FPS studios and upcoming games you will not want to miss, especially if you have or are planning to pre-order WARDOGS. We have an absolutely massive announcement coming, and if you enjoyed the beta and you don't watch, you are going to miss out. Right. We've got a lot of work to do, so in the meantime, find your favorite content creators on YouTube, watch their first impressions videos, and discuss with your mates to decide whether or not you want to pre-order WARDOGS. In the meantime, here are just some of our favorite highlights from the closed beta weekend.
Hold on, I will fix you. I will fix you, man. Go.
Up 3.
I'm going in! I get it!
Ah, we're fine.
Oh.
.630. Triple! Holy shit, bro! Nah!